Georgia grand jury is selected for potential prosecution in the Trump election case. In Georgia, a U.S. grand jury that will likely determine whether to indict former President Donald Trump and his supporters for attempting to rig the 2020 election was sworn in. For his 2021 phone conversation to a Georgia election official, in which he urged him to obtain thousands of ballots in his favor, Mr. Trump has come under scrutiny. Republican has consistently denied wrongdoing. Early in 2021, the inquiry was started by Democratic Fulton County District Attorney Fani Wallis. She earlier made a suggestion that any charges would likely be brought in August. The conversation between Mr. Trump and Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger in January 2021, during which the then-president said local authorities could find more than 11,000 votes to secure him a victory in the Peach State, is at the center of the investigation. Mr. Raffensperger is heard responding that Georgia's results are accurate in the call tape. Even after leaving the White House, Mr. Trump persisted in claiming that significant electoral fraud had occurred. Currently, the frontrunner for the Republican presidential candidature in 2024, Mr. Trump continues to contest the outcome of the 2020 election and has referred to the Georgia investigation as a political witch hunt while praising the perfect nature of his phone chat with Mr. Raffensperger. A grand jury has already looked at the Georgia case. The special grand jury heard testimony from numerous witnesses over the course of 6 months last year, but it lacked the authority to file charges. Although the special grand jury recommended a number of charges, also known as indictments, for alleged perjury, it did not discover widespread election fraud in Georgia. The judge presiding over the case stated that much of the special grand jury's report was withheld from the public in order to safeguard the rights of potential future defendants. However, a small release section of the report stated that a majority of the grand jury believes that perjury may have been committed by one or more of the witnesses testifying before it. Which witnesses may have lied under oath is not disclosed in the areas that were not sealed. Tuesday marks the start of a new grand jury term in Fulton County, which encompasses the majority of Atlanta and its surrounding suburbs. The case against Mr. Trump and his friends is anticipated to be handled by one of the two 26-member panels that were chosen. The district attorney, Ms. Wallis, and her team must submit their evidence to one of the grand juries convened on Tuesday in order to file criminal charges against the former president. In a letter to local officials, Ms. Wallis stated that possible indictments in the case might occur between July 11 and September 1. Which falls within the most recent 2-month term for grand juries in Fulton County. Additionally, Mr. Trump is under investigation for 2 different crimes in Florida and New York, which he disputes. He was also convicted guilty of sexual abuse and compelled to pay millions of dollars to author E Jean Carroll.